What's up, guys? I'm back at my house, and I just made a GoFundMe for my brother and his funeral services, and I wanted to look at that for a second. There's been some questions, and I uploaded some pictures just a minute ago, showing just a little bit of what happened in my room actually, because he did it in his room, and you'll see in the pictures, it can't it you know it You'll see what happened into my room right after, which is we actually lived right next to each other. Like I was in my room, I slept on the next to the wall. He slept on the other side. I mean, for like 10, 15 years. I mean, we were very close to each other in that regard. So yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like symbolically just painful for me to look at that. But yeah, here, let me show you the GoFundMe. So, yeah, I made the GoFundMe. As of now, we've raised $2,300, which I really appreciate everybody in the War Thunder community because a lot of you guys are putting that in. I really appreciate that. You guys are really helping me out and my mom actually, because like a lot of this money. Ideally, if we can get over whatever the funeral costs, because I don't know how much it's gonna cost, the money's gonna go to her so that she can just kind of coast for a while and like get through things. And my younger brother. Um, yeah, I don't actually know what the funeral is going to cost. I say that right here. I purposely overestimated at 15,000 because if you Google it, it says on average these things are 7 to 12. I have no idea what it's going to be, and anything over 12 even would really help us out. And that even if you Google it, they say it's 7 to 12, and that doesn't account for a lot of things. So I figured let's just overshoot it at 15, and then whatever we get, we'll just deal with, and we'll just make it work, whatever it is, you know. Um, Also, yeah, right here I said I'd put in my 1,000 my own money in. I put in 800. I don't actually have 1,000 in my bank account, so I get paid on Thursday. I'll put the extra 200 on Thursday. Another thing, I got a multiple DMs from people. Yeah, here's the pictures, so you can see how the bullet went through his room. There's two bullets, I guess, because it was an AR. So they went through his wall into my room. So this is my room. I used to stream, and that was in the background. In some of my videos, you can see it, but yeah, it would go through the wall, and then this is the ceiling actually. So they kind of nicked the ceiling. So there's another one of these, but it's really hard to tell. And then it's right up in my mushroom painting. So yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. But yeah, if you can't use the GoFundMe for some reason, I think it's in Europe. There's an issue, and you want to donate to PayPal. Donate to this PayPal. It's 4Qs WRT. That's my PayPal. That's my YouTube URL. That's me. I'm going to redirect that to the GoFundMe. So I'm going to end up donating 800 plus another 200, probably plus another 100 up to 200 from the PayPal stuff. So I'll probably put in more than that. Only 1,000 of it is from a bank account, just to be clear. And then yeah, just big shouts to everybody who donated. I very much appreciate that. I'm gonna probably go through the donations and read all that in tomorrow's video or in a future video. I'm gonna read all the comments too, or a lot of the comments in the future. There was a guy in my last video that I said I would read his comment and respond to it in the video because it was a long one. And to that comment, I do plan on responding to that. I don't think I'm gonna do it now because I actually need to go to bed. But yeah, that actually did. I do think what you typed in that comment and a lot of you guys' comments, I do think it's very real, man. And this incident has made me think a lot about this and just this stuff in general with content creators online, especially for younger people, because I never thought this would happen. I never thought this was possible. I never thought this was real. In hindsight, it was a lot more real than I realized, and preventing it for other people, like you can't do the what if game forever. What are you gonna do then? It's like let's prevent this for other people. Let's reach out. Let's speak up. Let's try to just be happier in general, and like it was the second time this year. The second one, unfortunately, was just like something that absolutely crushing, just soul crushing. Not that Apollo's passing was You know, not to downplay it, but it just wasn't as personal, clearly. And I'm going to talk about Apollo's passing either tomorrow, or I'm going to go through the GoFundMe donations tomorrow. But I strongly appreciate everybody who's donated money and everybody who's left comments that were nice, appreciative of understanding stories. I really do appreciate that. If you don't have money, don't feel pressured to donate. That's fine. I'm not trying to pressure people to donate. I'm not trying to profit off this at all. None of my videos are monetized right now. I'm losing money on this, right? Like I've lost a lot of money on this, clearly. And I don't really see it as losing money. I mean, it's like, I don't see it as losing money, but I'm trying to be clear. I'm not trying to profit off this at all. And I'm not going to, clearly. But I'm just trying to be direct, and the money significantly helps out. And I think as well, if you are a fan of 2and900's, fan of Bart, however you knew him, I think donating a lot of people want to donate. All right, I think a lot of people want to donate. They want to help out. The funeral, I don't know when it's going to be. We're going to figure that out Monday next week. I'm going to try to get you guys involved. I don't know the details because my mom, if whatever she says for this, we kind of have to let her have the authority in that one. We have to like give her the props in that one, as she did raise us. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get you guys involved as much as we can, because I think a lot of you guys, he meant a lot to you guys, and you guys clearly meant a lot to him. So thanks for watching this part. I'll show you the rest of this video right now, guys. Yeah, what's up, guys? W here, also known as the Alpha Gamer. I'm at the store. I'm at Market of Choice, which is it's really expensive here, but it's kind of a nice store. So it's like just the seating area. I'm on the second floor even. So a lot of people who have this what do you call it, dispendable income, they just come here to blow money on nice food. But yeah, I'm here because me and my brother, actually, the last time we talked was right at this table, and we got lunch, and I hadn't seen the guy. Actually, I had seen the guy like a month before that, but I hadn't seen the guy in, I hadn't really talked to Bart since I moved out, and really it was like 2 weeks before I moved out, because the whole month until I moved out, I pretty much didn't talk to anybody in my house. I was working or sleeping, or I was in my room. Like it was rough. But yeah, I got half a pound of tater tots and half a pound of JoJo's, because that's what he got, and I got 2 honey mustard things, because he got these and then he gave them to me, because he didn't really care, and I really like these, so I asked him to give them to me. I asked him to get them to give to me, and he's like, okay, sweet. So yeah, he got these, and he said he got these because it was even $5. And it's like a pound of food for $5, and it's like fried food, so it's like really overpriced. But he was just humoring me. He's like, he's just a nice guy, he's a good guy. But yeah, I'm gonna eat these at some point. But so I guess the whole point of this video is I made a GoFundMe for his funeral on GoFundMe, and I don't have a quote for the funeral. I decided to make the GoFundMe earlier because a lot of people are interested in it, and I just, unfortunately, the way the internet works and the way attention works is that if I make it now, I'm going to get more support, like financial support for this, than if I make it on Monday or Tuesday. Because I talked to my mom, and she said she wasn't even sure that we're going to go see the funeral people on Monday. We might just be making an appointment on Monday, because I think they're closed for the weekend or something. So like I just said, hey, let's just go ahead and make it now. One problem with making it now is that there's no like technical legal information that proves that this happened, and I don't think it's necessary. Like if you're a fan of me, or if you follow this at all, I think it's pretty obvious. Like if you go back and you look at Bart's Instagram, or there's an interview that I didn't know he did this, but somebody linked me an interview that he did last night. I'll put that in the description. And he mentions his older brother. Well, he's talking about me, and again, if you go to my old videos, actually, or if you go to his old Instagram, like we're in each other's videos, and he was like uploading like cakes, because he would make cakes for the family. Like whenever someone's birthday, he'd like hand make a cake. He would like upload it like on my brother's birthday or my mom's birthday. So, I mean, I think you have proof. Like there is proof that this happened, unfortunately, or that we are related. But there's no there's no obituary column, unfortunately. I guess fortunately and unfortunately, depends how you look at it. But that'll come out, so I'm not really worried about that too much. It's just, I know people are asking questions, and I think that's justifiable. My brother is the type of person, he's very honest with that. He was very, like, forthright about that. I think he would have understood that as well. But, yeah, I decided to make the GoFundMe. So let me explain some things about it. I overestimated the costs for a few reasons. Number one, I don't know how much the funeral is going to cost. Google said it would be $7,000 to $12,000. Now, it could be like $4,000, it could be $6,000, it could be $12,000, $14,000. Because when I Googled it, I read the article, it was not factoring in certain things. And one of these things it's not factoring in is missing out on work. But it wasn't factoring in several things, which is it's going to add to costs. The second thing it's going to add to costs is my mother lives with Bart, and he took care of her and my youngest brother, just helping around the house, you know, listening to them if they needed someone to listen to. Like, they would go traveling, and, you know, he would come along. Like, my mom has a lot of, you know, she's been through a lot in her life, and she doesn't like going out alone. So every time they'd go shopping, he would come with. So, my mom works at home, and she's going through a lot right now, and the amount of money she makes is dependent on how hard she works and how much she puts into it. And unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be able to do that the following, I don't know, week, months, years. I have no idea. So I decided to overestimate the costs, because anything surplus is going to go to her, which will help supplement the cost of living for her for, you know, however long it needs to be. So that's kind of the goal there, if we even go over the cost, because I don't know how much this is going to cost in the first place. And like $10,000, for example, is a lot of money. Bart had a really large social media following and a really like dedicated social media following. I have a pretty dedicated social media following, but it's a lot of money. So yeah, I decided to overshoot the costs for that reason. And then I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I was going to talk about Apollo Legend a lot, so I'm going to do that in my next video. I'm going to talk about Apollo Legend. I was going to do this video, but the GoFundMe is more important. But yeah, I'm going to talk about Apollo Legend in my next video, because the same thing happened to Apollo Legend, and I never made content about that, and I never wanted to, because frankly, I don't really like profiting off of tragedy like this. And I've done it in the past. Like, you guys remember Narcissa Wright? I was making a lot of videos on Narcissa Wright for like clickbait and for like views, and like after giving it a lot of thought one day, I was like, you know, Narcissa Wright had problems, like had serious mental problems, and I was like, why am I profiting off this? So I kind of like don't really like doing that too much. And then when I have it at Apollo, it's like it affected me as much as it affected anyone else in my situation, and you know, it's like I don't need to make a video on it and like try to get clickbait, try to get views. But when this happened to me, it's like, yeah, it's just changed my thoughts, like, because I never thought this would happen to me. It just changed my thoughts, and you know, I think making videos on it's not the end of the world. Plus, the more I talk about it and the more people see these videos, I think it might even help like people in the future. Like, maybe you go out and contact a loved one, maybe go out and contact somebody who is like has shown signs, because I hate to say it, with Bart there were signs, and I never really like took them seriously. I never really like appreciated them, and like I don't think anybody did, and there were signs, like, but I still think this is a preventable thing. Okay, one more thing regarding the GoFundMe. I put in $1,000. I put in $800 if you go to it. That's because I only have like $900 in my bank account. I get paid on Thursday, so I'll put another $200 in then. And then I'll put in another $50, because a guy he's like, hey, I can't use GoFundMe. Can I just donate to you through Streamlabs? So I'm gonna put in another $50 through that, but that's not from me, that's from him, so that's different. But just again, you'll see that come out. So yeah, emotionally, I think I'm stabilizing a little bit right now, which is good. The initial like shock and just like heartbreak is definitely passing for me, which is good. My mom is still struggling. My youngest brother is, I don't know, honestly, because he says he's fine, and you know, if you've ever dealt with kids going through this, sometimes they handle it differently than adults, and he's stuck in his room 24/7 now, and it's like, I know he's suffering a lot, so we'll see him, see what happens, because my youngest brother and Bart were very close, and my youngest brother needed Bart in his life. or really looked up to him at least, So I don't know what's gonna happen there, but yeah, I actually think I'm recovering, like getting through this a lot better than my rest of my family, which is good for my family because I'm gonna be able to be there for them. But I think a lot of it is just due to making these YouTube videos and like talking to you guys and like reading the nice messages from you guys. It means a lot to me. Like I never realized like how much it means to me, or it would mean. It really has helped me out. Like it's actually emotionally very helpful. It's very supportive. Like I've always felt like there's a black hole in my heart, but now there's like definitely right now like a missing chunk in my like life. Like I don't have any motivation to like be happy anymore. Like I feel guilty if I'm happy because it's like my little brother's not there. Like everything I did in my life, I would like think about it involved with my brother because I lived with him almost my entire life. Like I lived with him, and like I don't have a large family. Like my family was pretty much me, my two brothers, and my mom. That was my family. We had 4 people in my family my whole life, and like I always figured we'd be together. And like we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't, there was tons of issues all the time. And then my youngest brother was born when I was 15 years old, so he was introduced to the family. And from 2016 to 2021, my oldest brother, he moved away when he was 18, so I didn't really talk to him much. But from 2016 to 2021, it was the 4 of us: my youngest, Bart, me, and my mom. And we would do things together. We started recovering and rebuilding, and like. Every good memory I have in the past 5 years is with Bart. Every good memory, every good thing I wanted to do. Like our whole goal in life, and the whole reason he was on YouTube and why I was on YouTube. Besides that, we thought it was fun and exciting, and we liked the platform and all that. We wanted to make money. We wanted to build something. We wanted to affect the world and change the world. We wanted to create something, and we wanted to get somewhere. We had goals and we had dreams, and we wanted to get somewhere and give it back to the family and look back in hindsight and be like, we did something good for the world, and like he's not there. He can't do that anymore, which I find sad. If I do that, he's not going to be there, which is like, what was the point? Like, what's the point, right? Like, I don't like, he like seriously shattered my goals in life and like my ambitions, and like it just shattered that. So that's going to be a lot to think. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's going to be a lot to like overcome and think it through. And like, I know that I'm going to keep going forward. I know that I'm going to keep going forward with the same goals because I've always been like that. Like Bart would have wanted that ultimately. I mean, he was a man. And but yeah, I don't want to be here too long. Plus, I think the audio right now is like really bad because it's on like this table and there's like a ton of echo. So let's get out of here. There's some good news, which I hate to say that. I guess one of the issues I'm running into is like there's no good news right now for my life. I feel guilty if there's anything good that happens. But yeah, I started talking to my mom again. I haven't talked to her since I left the house. My older brother hasn't talked to her in 7 years. So my brother started talking to my mom. I started talking to my mom. So we've kind of like come together. I started talking to my youngest brother because I was never really that close to him because like, by fall. But I started talking to him a little bit more. So like, if something good is happening in the past 24 hours, like our family is kind of coming together. I do think my mom and my oldest brother annoy each other and annoy me. Like we definitely all annoy each other a lot, but we're kind of all just being like whatever, for Bart's sake. Like let's let it go. So hopefully something good happens in the future and I can like smile again. That's like really what I'm hoping. Okay, guys, I just went outside. Like literally, that's all I did. Which I'm pretty sure the audio still sucks, but yeah, another actually a big thing I think about making these videos is that to me it's been kind of nice because it's like forcing me to go outside. It's forcing me to eat food, and like my mom's not eating food like almost at all, and like she's aware that she's not eating, and like she can't eat. Like she'll try eating and she doesn't like want to eat, so she just stopped eating. And like I can see how people like totally just drop out of life if stuff like this happens, or if like stuff happens. I finally see like why people just totally drop out of life, because there's so many times in the past 24 hours I'm like I see myself just totally giving up on everything and just totally like dropping out and totally like never making a video again, and just never like just working medium wage and just that's the rest of my life. I like can see myself doing that and being okay with it. I mean, I again don't have I'm like totally lost like any ambition and like any goals and any like. Except I really want to start a family. That's even more so now. I feel like I need to now, like definitely like soon. Other than that, though, yeah, I totally have I have no ambition to like smile ever again. And that was something that like I really liked smiling. It was like my favorite thing to do, probably. I like making other people smile. I wasn't the best in the world at it, but I really liked making other people smile. That's gone. That's completely gone. So yeah, I can see why people kind of fall out after this happens, which are similar stuff. So I think making these videos, it's been kind of cueing me in there immensely. Like, I had to force myself to make these videos, at least felt like today, and I know it's tomorrow, which... I used to watch a lot of vloggers, because I like vlogging a lot, and I watch a lot of vloggers, and there's this one guy who used to watch, and... To be frank, this guy is kind of unfair in my opinion. He always wanted to be bigger on YouTube, and he decided it was like 35 or something, like 30 to 35. And he was really overweight too. And his wife was like overweight or something, and he had 2 children, and he decided to like really start doing it with his family and like his family vlogs. And then one day his wife left him, and I don't know how many of the kids. I think she left the kids too, although I can't imagine that. Maybe they were like custody thing. But he seemed to be really upset in this one video he uploaded saying that happened. He was just crying like to the children, and like kids were like just uncomfortable. And I don't think the kids really want to be filmed at that time, and he's just crying to the kids. And like he always said he wanted to lose weight. And I will say, like, the point is, I get why he dropped out of life. Because he kind of dropped out of YouTube, and he dropped out of life after that. And I get why. Now, I understand why he did that. Like, it hit me. Because it's like, especially if I had a wife, I have a family, and it was healthy and functional, and then she randomly left me, or she cheated on me, or something horrible, I can see how there'd be, like, a huge void in my life, and, like, I would just totally lose ambition. Like, I would not care about anything, right? I understand that now. Problem is, what's different is that, number one, I don't think he ever took accountability for what happened. I don't think he ever looked at his own flaws and his own mistakes and, like, his own narcissistic personality. Because this guy was, like, really narcissistic in that regard. Like, he never really seemed to... Like, he was using his family to try to get views on YouTube every video he uploaded. I don't think he ever addressed that, and I don't think it's really fair to the family. And, like, I don't think he realized, like, he wanted to do YouTube, but he had a responsibility as a dad. He never really took his responsibility seriously enough. And then on top of that, the best way this came out is he always wanted to lose weight. And he'd always say, I'm going to lose weight. I'm finally going to lose weight. He had a viral Instagram picture or Reddit picture one of the days where he's like in the gym and he's like way overweight, like 400 pounds or something. He's like in the gym. He's like, day 2, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You know, day 2, this is it. You got like, 100,000, 500,000 likes or something. Instagram, I think it was. And so he would always recreate the scenario because he wanted to get attention for losing weight, but he never lost any weight. Like in his last video he uploaded, he never lost any weight, and I think his wife kind of got fed up with that. So I think the story was quite a bit different than what happened to me today, or happened to my brother. Like ultimately, it's affecting me. I think it's quite a bit different there. What happened to my brother is totally random in a sense. I think my brother had a lot on his mind. Anyway, this video is coming to a close. I don't have much more to talk about, but if you have questions about the GoFundMe or if questions about the funeral, like let me know in the comments. I will answer that stuff pretty depth. I think when I get home, I'm actually going to review some of the donations so far, and we'll see what happens. Like again, I have absolutely no idea how much money we'll raise. I have absolutely no clue how much money we're going to need. Like, I really don't know, but we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, and then. Yeah, I have to go back to work, I think on Monday or Wednesday. I think it's going to be Wednesday because of the funeral thing we have to do on Monday. So I get off work at 12:30 p.m. usually, or 12:30 a.m. or, in the afternoon, whatever, noon. I get off work at noon, so I don't know. Maybe I can do both things, but yeah, basically I have to go back to work soon. And, I have to go back to life, and like, I'm fortunate. I'm glad that I'm like stabilizing emotionally, through this because I am going to be able to work. I did go to my work yesterday, and it's like hard. I mean, it's hard to like just talk to people because like my coworkers pretty much all care about me a lot, and they like all like me a lot, which is good. But like I just don't want to talk about this to them because it's gonna like just bring up a lot, and it's like I need to be productive and I need to be efficient and I need to have good customer service, and like that is hard to do. And basically the entire world is just shattered. The entire like all your goals and like a very integral part of your life is just like totally removed. So yeah, I'll see you guys at my house or in the next video. Have a good one.